If you're a dog owner here in Schaumburg, you already know we've got some amazing places to get outside with our pets. But, to really make every one of those outings fun and stress-free, finding the right dog trainer is absolutely essential, and this guide is here to help you do exactly that.
Just picture it for a second. A nice, calm walk on the trails over at Spring Valley. No pulling on the leash. Or maybe you're grabbing a bite on a patio at the streets of Woodfield, and your dog is just relaxing by your side, not barking at everyone who walks by. That's the dream, right? Well, professional training is what makes all of that possible.
So, where do you even start looking? Well, the very first thing you should look at isn't the price or the location of the facility. Nope, it's the trainer's core philosophy, what they actually believe about how dogs learn. Everything else is built on that foundation.
What you really want to find is a trainer who uses positive reinforcement. It's a modern, science-backed approach that's all about rewarding your dog for getting it right. Basically, you're teaching them what you want them to do. It's perfect for building a confident dog that can handle busy Schaumburg spots, whether it's the farmer's market or all the excitement of Septemberfest.
Okay, so once you know the how, let's talk about the where and when. There are a few different ways training can be done, and the right one for you really just depends on your dog, your schedule, and what you're trying to achieve.
Let's break down the two most popular choices: group classes and private lessons. Group classes are awesome for learning basic manners and, maybe more importantly, for practicing around other dogs and people. Private lessons, though, are totally customized. They're perfect for tackling specific problems that happen at home, like your dog jumping all over guests or, the classic kitchen crime, countersurfing.
And hey, if your schedule is just packed, there are other options. Things like day training or board and train programs are way more intensive, and they can really help speed up the learning curve since your dog gets consistent professional coaching.
So let's say you found a trainer. They use positive reinforcement, they offer a format that works for you, but how do you know if they're legit? That's where professional certifications come in. Think of them as a quality check.
You're going to see a lot of acronyms like these. A CPDTKA, for instance, means the trainer passed a big test on learning theory and ethics. A KPA-CTP means they finished a pretty intense hands-on training program. When you see these credentials, it's a good sign that the trainer takes their education seriously.
Now, this is really important. You've got to match the credentials to the problem. If you're dealing with more complex stuff like serious fear, anxiety, or aggression, you'll want to find a certified behavior consultant with advanced certifications. These folks have specialized training to handle those bigger challenges safely and effectively.
All right, let's talk about the investment. It really helps to know the typical costs for dog training right here in the Schaumburg area so you can plan your budget and find something that works for you. As you can see, the prices can really vary. A 6-week group class is usually your most affordable option. On the other end, a 2-week board and train program is a much bigger investment. And one tip, if you're looking at in-home sessions, always ask if there are extra travel fees, because that can change depending on where you are in the area.
Okay, once you've narrowed your list down to a few potential trainers, it's time to set up a consultation. Going into that conversation prepared with the right questions is the best way to make a choice you feel really good about.
Think of this as your checklist for that first chat. You'll want to confirm their philosophy and certifications, which you've already researched. But really pay attention to how they answer questions 3 and 4, how they'll customize the training for your dog, and how they track progress. That's what separates a good trainer from a great one.
A good trainer is going to help you take the skills you learn and apply them to real life here in Schaumburg. And to do that, you need to know our local rules and the best spots to go practice.
Here's a number every single dog owner in Schaumburg should know: 10 feet. That's the maximum leash length allowed in the village anytime you're off your own property. So that means those long, retractable leashes are a no-go for walks around the neighborhood.
There are a few other rules to keep in mind, too. You have to have a current rabies tag on your dog's collar. That's a Cook County law. And the one about excessive barking is a big one for keeping the peace with your neighbors. Good training can definitely help with that before it ever becomes a problem.
So once your dog has some skills, where do you practice? We have some great options. The outer trails at Spring Valley are perfect for working on loose leash walking. If you need a bigger challenge, taking your dog to the streets of Woodfield is like advanced training for staying calm around lots of distractions.
A question we hear a lot, especially from people who've just adopted, is about the 3-3-3 rule. It's just a general guideline that it takes a rescue dog about 3 days to decompress, 3 weeks to learn your routine, and 3 months to really feel at home. Any good trainer will understand this and will tailor their training plan to make sure they're not overwhelming a new dog during that critical adjustment time.
At the end of the day, picking the right trainer isn't just about teaching sit and stay. It's really an investment in your bond with your dog. It opens up a whole new world of things you can do together and leads to a much calmer, happier life for everyone. We wish you the best of luck in your search and in all the wonderful adventures ahead with your dog, whether you're just walking down your street or exploring the beautiful trails at Buzzy Woods.